studio?
Slade, is that you?
One and only. What can I do for you, Drew?
I need to talk to you. Are you going to be around for a while?
Sure. Sounds important.
It is. I just hope that...
Hope what?
Well, I really don't want to get into it over the phone. So I'll see you in a little bit, okay?
I'll be waiting. I'm sure you're right, Captain. Jill is going to try to pass herself off as this warm, loving mother and grandmother. Although nothing could be farther from the truth.
Well, obviously, your wife is feeling a little desperate right now, and desperately alone. She's going to need someone to talk to, John.
She admitted this?
The loneliness, yes. Oh, not that she trusts me yet. She will, and when she does, that is when she's going to confide in me.
I just don't know, Catherine. I don't like these tactics.
Oh, John, of course you don't. That's because you play by the book. But you are fighting a very deceitful, manipulative woman, my dear. And you have to protect yourself.
Well, I thank you for your help, Jack.
Oh, John. In the end, you will have your son. No other outcome is acceptable.
Your visit with Nina sounds encouraging.
Oh, it was. When I got there, little Philip ran up to me like I see him every day. And I was very open and honest about wanting to spend more time with him, so I think even Ryan and Nina were impressed.
I trust you're planning to follow through, spend more time with your grandson.
Oh, believe me, that won't be hard. He's so adorable. You know, the older he gets, the more he reminds me of another little boy.
His father? Your son, Philip?
So young when I had him. And the circumstances were so horrible. Philip's father, Catherine's husband. Oh, how he loved me. He said he was going to make all my dreams come true. And he was killed in a car wreck. And I was left with an unborn child and a lot of memories. John, I was a child myself. Of course I made mistakes. Am I going to have to pay for them for the rest of my life?
Jill, I agree. People do change, and they learn from their mistakes. This will be part of our argument. Can you imagine how effective that will be, how powerful, if we can get Catherine Sterling to testify to this?
Yes, I know, and I'm going to work on it.
Good. And keep working on that list of witnesses. We need all the help we can get.
Okay, let's play Pictionary.
Quick! Studied under Da Vinci, did we?
Oh, yeah, right.
Come on, come on.
Oh, foliage!
No.
Towards energy! I got it! Adam and Eve!
Yes, we got it.
You finally snapped. Pictionary and Pictionary Junior. The most fun you can have with a pencil.
Come on, genius.
Rocket foot?
No. This and this.
Smelly missile.
No, this and this.
Pictionary. The most fun you can have with a pencil. Mistletoe.
Introducing November's Taste of the Month. We've added tomato, processed Swiss cheese, and ham to the already popular McChicken and called it the McChicken Supreme. But it won't be around in December, so you've got to show up now.
Hey, Rich Uncle Pennybags, here's a big money winner in McDonald's Monopoly. Charlotte Bratt landed on Boardwalk and collected $100,000. And there are still more prizes to be won, so hurry to McDonald's and play Monopoly today.
Finally, a spray air freshener that lasts for hours. New Glade Lasting Mist.
Glade Lasting Mist lasts a long time. Glade Lasting Mist lasts for hours.
Ordinary sprays go up and come down in minutes, but Lasting Mist has a fine mist that goes up and stays up to freshen for hours.
Glade Lasting Mist lasts for hours.
Why freshen for minutes when one touch freshens for hours?
Glade Lasting Mist lasts for hours.
New Lasting Mist, fresh from Glade at C. Johnson Wax.
The concert event of the year. It's now the contest of the year. The Rolling Stones are bringing their Voodoo Lounge tour to Vancouver. And you News at 2330 and TV Week magazine want to put you and three friends front and center. Hey, this is the only contest in town that can do that. Plus, you'll receive Keith Richards' autographed guitar and more. Pick up Drake Reform and TV Week. Watch U News at 23:30 for the Stones question. And drop your ballot at any A&B location. The Rolling Stones and you. UTV Weather Update brought to you by Staccato, located in the heart of Kitsilano. Featuring Matinee, European design fashion for men.
Now, who says weather is difficult to understand? It's pretty easy. This system is moving up into southern Alberta tonight, giving us some cloud showers, flurries at higher levels. We get a bit of a break for the next couple of days, then another system comes in. That easy. Cloudy with some flurries at higher elevations tonight with a low of 2. Cloudy with sunny periods tomorrow and a high of 8. And Thursday looks pretty good. All the details coming up on U News at 6.
Mother, please don't make me wish I'd kept quiet. Usually, when a young woman makes such a disclosure to her mother, it means she's looking for assistance. Well, given the shape your life has been in lately, you're the last person I would ask for advice. No, I am not going to argue with you. I've made up my mind. We're not going to do that anymore. But shame, Mother, what would we talk about if we didn't argue? I know you're trying to be witty. Unfortunately, what you say is true, and I'd like to change that. All this concern that you're feeling, is this really how you honestly feel, or are you just trying to figure out what's going on between me and Cole? Victoria, if you're suggesting that I'm still interested in your husband... Well, I know you and Jed Sanders had a huge falling out. How do you know that? I happened to hear you arguing, and then he left, and he hasn't been back, as far as I know. You keep close tabs on me, don't you? Like mother, like daughter. Meaning I should mind my own business? Meaning that I have an appointment to make love with my husband, and he should be home any minute now. Should answer at least one of your questions. Sometimes I really don't know what to make of you, Victoria.
Here you go. Oh, great. You've chosen some lovely things, Mrs. Abbott. Oh, thank you. They're lovely. Yeah. Yeah. Great, thank you. Maybe I shouldn't be mentioning this, but everyone's talking about it. Your divorce. Stick it to that husband of yours while you can. I know. I've been through it 3 times. Excuse me, I see some of the things over here.
How about coming back to bed with me?
What?
Wherever you are, sweetheart, you're not here.
Sorry.
You're trying, but you're just not with it. Talk about it.
Do you ever get the feeling like you're doing everything wrong?
Is that how you feel?
I don't know where I'm going in my life. I have no direction. I don't know what to do about that. It frustrates me. And I can say.
Let's do that nested crunch thing again.
step right up here. There you go. Okay. Now, you know the bar.
Lovely.
It's a delicious blend of Nestle milk chocolate and crunchy Rice Crisps.
There you have it. Nestle Crunch really is scrumptious. I used to try.
That night when so many of my Christmas lights had peeled or burned out, I wished I'd never put lights up at all. But then a kindly old gentleman showed me Noma Color Bright Christmas lights. How beautiful and bright the colors are. And they're guaranteed to last without peeling or fading for over 2,000 hours. Then I realized how dreary Christmas would be without Noma Color Bright. Yes, it's a wonderful light.
Noma Color Bright Christmas lights, also in Power Smart Energy Savers.
Pilot training doesn't stop just because it's bedtime. Keep it going with Pull-Ups Training Pants, the best pants ever. When they go on, the confidence lasts all night. Look, Pull-Ups have leak shields. They handle wetness better than other pants, so leaks don't turn into setbacks. That's confidence. Day or night, there's no other pants like Pull-Ups.
Mommy, wow! I'm a big kid now.
Busy lifestyles demand a well-balanced diet. And that can include beef. In fact, a serving of trimmed beef is just 178 calories and it's high in iron. So enjoy it hot. Or discover a cool new way. Nutritious and delicious.
Nothing else can beat it.
Welcome to UTV's Your Town Calendar, a digest of community events in and around Vancouver.
Celebrate a Victorian Christmas at the 7th Annual Family Christmas Show, Saturday, November 19th at Rockhouse on the Ocean. Browse to your heart's content through designer gift items while you relax to the sounds of a classical harpist in the Tea Garden. Partial proceeds benefit Ronald McDonald House. Get ready for the holidays early and celebrate Christmas in November at the Chateau Whistler, November 25th to 27th. Executive chefs will give you hints on everything from festive drinks to decorating tips. Partial proceeds benefit Kids Safe. Both amateurs and experts can swirl, sip, and savor at the Kiwanis International Wine Festival, November 18th at the VTCC. All proceeds benefit Kiwanis Community Project, including the Boys and Girls Club and the Kiwanis Music Festival. The Big Sisters of the BC Lower Mainland want to fly you from the winter blues. A $2 raffle ticket buys you a chance to win a trip to either Hong Kong, Mexico, or San Francisco. The Big Sisters will be selling tickets November 12th, 13th, 19th, and 20th at Lansdowne Mall, and November 12th and 13th at Park Royal. And join Mark Dreesen and the U-Crew for the 11th Annual Runners World Fall Classic, Sunday, November 20th at UBC. There's over $5,000 in prizes to be won, so sign up now.
If you have a community event coming up, be sure to give us plenty of time and write to us care of Your Town Calendar, UTV, 180 West 2nd Avenue, B5Y 3T9.
How long have you been on duty?
Let's put it this way. I've had 4 hours sleep in the last 24.
That's why you drifted off.
Little cat now. Good as new. Oh.
Are you sure?
I'll be all right.
Where do the fights?
Don't push myself too hard.
Mm-hmm. You've got a long career ahead of you.
I know. It's just... This is what I've always dreamed of doing, Olivia. Working with patients, I love it.
Besides, you've got the rest of your life to sleep.
I know. I'm sure you said the same thing.
Look, just pace yourself, okay? Don't overwork if that's possible. You know, it wouldn't hurt for you to get out of this hospital once in a while.
If you're worried about my social life, I mean...
Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you.
What's that?
A while ago, there was this guy that sat down next to you in the coffee shop.
What about him?
Did you think he was cute?
Cute, but obnoxious. What are you smiling about?
He had the same reaction.
You spoke to him?
Mm-hmm. In fact, he thought you were the most insolent doctor he had ever met. That's the guy we've been trying to hook you up with. You're kidding. No, you wouldn't do that to me. Look, you know, Malcolm is not obnoxious. He isn't. In fact, he's very charming.
Oh, for someone else, maybe. Not me. Oh, gotta run. I'll see you later, Liv, okay?
Ready to quit? You kidding me, man? I'm just getting warmed up here. You really into this, huh? No, man, I gotta stay in shape. Not that I have much of a chance to get to a gym these days. Just wait till little Neil, little Drew comes along. You're gonna have even less time. Oh, yeah? You think I'll be up to my eyeballs and you know man, what? Don't get me wrong. All right? Babies are great. But they keep you hopping. All right? Day and night. I think I'll survive. You did. Still, you got something you want to do? Just you and your wife? Do it now. What do you mean? You want to take a vacation? Take it. Take it while Drew's still comfortable. Because the closer you get to the big day, the less you're going to feel like getting away. Plus, I tell you, things change once you have a family. You got different priorities, got different responsibilities.
Oh, hey, fellas.
What's up?
Hey, sorry I'm so late.
What happened to you, man? You were supposed to be here 20 minutes ago. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to knock you out.
Yeah, I know, but hey, I ran into a little problem.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, anyway, what are you guys talking about?
Giving your brother some advice.
Oh, yeah? About what?
Baby. About how my man's lifestyle changed.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Like 2 a.m. feeding, big man. Smelly old diapers. Walking that kid all night long.
Yeah, very funny. Thanks, Mal. You know how to hurt a job.
Yeah, you know me. Oh, hey, by the way, I got a bone to pick with you guys.
Oh, man, what do we do now?
Oh, what do we do now? Y'all remember that female y'all tried to hook me up with?
Yeah, Stephanie.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I met her today. And, that girl ain't nothing but a salty little heifer, you hear me? Oh, I'm serious. I ain't never met a snottier female in my life. And hey, as far as I'm concerned, I don't ever want to see that girl again as long as I live.
You do?
Dad wants it.
I can see your memory.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's Milton Bradley's original memory game.
You match all the cards. Like a soft apple. If you don't got the match, you have to put them back. Frog, I got the match. If you don't win, you're losing.
Milton Bradley Memory Games, original Animal Families and Sesame Street.
I beat Daddy all the time.
Think about saving on almost every item you buy. Think about who really offers you more or less. Now think about who's been bringing you great savings since the day we opened our doors. Every hour of every day, we're committed to saving you money. It's the reason why we put the word right up front. Save on food. Nobody offers you more for less. Just think.
I have a major tour of Europe coming up. I was beginning to feel like the blimp of the blues. I went to Jenny Craig. It's really like a whole new experience to be on stage. It's fun again.
Join now and get your first week of Jenny Craig food free at all 8 Lower Mainland locations. Call toll-free 1-800-94-JENNY.
Now I can actually look down and see the guitar as opposed to a large roll of flab hanging over my pants.
Coming up tonight on You News at 6, viciously beaten. The victim remains in hospital while the men charged walk the streets. Changing the way you watch television.
We don't think that's fair.
New regulations for BC. Buying your first home.
We are privy to a number of companies that exercise better rates than the bank.
The mood of the Christmas shopper.
Customers are parting with their money a little bit easier this year.
Or are they?
I'd spend more if I had it.
That's tonight on You News at 6.
So, what happened? What, you mean between me and Miss Congeniality?
Obviously not love at first sight.
You got that right.
Where'd you two meet?
Over at the hospital, man, before I came here.
And?
Man, I told you, that girl ain't nothing but a stuffy old fuddy-duddy.
Obviously, something must have happened.
No, man, hey, I didn't come on to her nothing, if that's what you think.
No, I didn't say that. Maybe she was just, having a bad day.
No, that don't give her the right to take my head off, man. I mean, I was only trying to be friendly.
Hey, man, she's a fourth-year med student, right?
Yeah, so?
She's probably under a lot of pressure.
Oh, see? And that's the same thing your wife said. Hey, look, just do me a favor, okay, fellas? No more matchmaking, all right? I can find my own honey, okay?
All right. Hey, Tia, how's it going?
No complaints.
I haven't seen you around here in a while.
Been around for a while. First day back to work out.
Yeah. All right, looking good.
Ooh, damn, that girl's got it going on.
Hey, Nathan, Nathan. Look over there.
Oh, thanks for your help.
Hey, no problem. My name's Malcolm.
Oh, I'm Thea. Nice to meet you.
Hey, you know what, man? Maybe my brother is right. We should forget about fixing him. I'm letting nature take its course, huh?
Olivia, I got your message. Hope I didn't take you away from making too urgent. What's that? I just thought we'd have a chance, to finish that conversation. About? You and Malcolm, how you didn't exactly hit it off. Understatement. He is really a nice guy once you get to know him.
Liz, I know you mean well, but I'm trying to...
I know that you didn't exactly get off on the right foot. I want to...
Sorry, I don't follow.
When do you get off duty?
I'm off now for a few hours.
Perfect. I want you to shower, change, and let's go meet now.
Olivia, he is not for me. Besides, you know how busy I am. I'm not looking for a relationship.
Oh, too busy to meet a great guy? I wouldn't introduce you to him if I wasn't serious. But I know that the two of you can have a lot of fun together.
I just didn't like him, Liz.
That's because you didn't give yourself a chance to get to know him. Now I know that if we go and meet him, if I introduce you to yourself...
Okay, I'll do it. But if it doesn't work out this time, no more chances. Deal?
Deal.
After the divorce, this would be nice. We should pick up some things now. we should do nicely.
What do you mean? I mean, this is Mrs. John Abbott. She's a very prominent woman in this community. I don't believe it. Are you sure? All right.
I'll be taking these as well. Is there a problem?
Well, Mrs. Abbott, I don't really know how to tell you this.
Tell me what?
Do you have cash?
What are you talking about? I just gave you my credit card.
Well, that's the problem. Evidently, your husband has canceled your credit card.
He did what?
Would you like to pay in cash? Cash? What kind of cash?
Look, I don't know what's happened here, but I promise you I will get to the bottom of this.
But I can hold these for you.
Well, you just do that. Because I promise you I will be back as soon as I rectify this little mistake.
Distinctive point of view.
Chef Boyardee has found a fun way to get your kids to eat. Introducing Sesame Street Pasta. Shape the Big Bird and friends in a delicious new sauce created specially for little kids. With no MSG or preservatives. Prepared in a wholesome way you'll appreciate. With a special taste they'll love. What's gotten into you? Sesame Street Pasta. Brought to you by Chef Boyardee and the letters M-O-M.
It was right after the kids were born. My skin got red, irritated, dry.
That's when you started using Vaseline Intensive Care?
Yes. I don't know how it works. It works great.
Think about it like this. Watch.
What is happening?
The lotion doesn't dissolve right away. Its moisturizers are absorbed into your dry skin to help it form a better barrier.
Against what?
Water damage.
No wonder I love it.
From intensive research comes Intensive Care Dry Skin Formula.
However you celebrate the season, PharmaSave has all the trimmings to help you deck the halls and light up the holidays. Ho, ho, ho! Santa has to fly all the way to the North Pole for great Christmas gifts. But you don't, because PharmaSave is just around the corner.
Crime Stoppers need your help in solving a brutal assault. Who is responsible for this crime? Police and Crime Stoppers are requesting public assistance. There's a plague that's affecting our community. Graffiti. They're young people with stray cans, and they're called taggers. In some areas, tagging is related to gang activity. The more they tag, the more popular they become. Each group marks its territory.
In Westminster, this one has become well known. TBC is the tag.
It's been found on walls, in parks, and on BC Transit property. In less than a minute, taggers can cause thousands of dollars worth of damage. Tagging is not an art form, it's a crime, but it can be stopped. If you see taggers at work in your area, please call Crime Stoppers at 669-TIP.
Hi, I'm Peter Brett from the Big Valley. Let's try to put a stop to crime. Now, if we all play our roles, it'll work.
You know, Cole, if anyone has been given everything in their life, it's me. I mean, I have a famous father. I come from a very well-to-do family. I have a wonderful husband who's a brilliant writer.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far.
I would. And my mom, I think she's finally getting her act together. I have a terrific little brother. I mean, I have everything in the world, but I'm not challenged. I feel empty. I don't know where I'm going.
You're looking for your niche.
Oh, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Well, I bet there are a lot of girls out there, and guys for that matter, that are just as confused as I am. They don't know where they're headed. They want from life.
No goals.
Exactly. Without goals, you don't have anything to dream about. You don't have anything to work towards.
Well, a good place to start is...
Don't begin with college. Look, I know you went to Oxford, but my dad never went to college at all, and look what he's done.
Times are different, Vicky. And without college, it's a lot tougher to move up. As for your father, Victor Newman is a rarity.
Okay, maybe I'm not my father, but in many ways I am my father's daughter. I'm bright, I'm hardworking, and I'm definitely motivated. I mean, I know I can be successful in whatever I want to do. I just wish I knew what that was.
And you said it was important.
It is. Now that I'm here, I don't quite know how to get into it.
Drew, we've been friends for a long time. You can say anything you want to.
Yo, I hope you mean that, Maria.
Of course I do. Is it you and Neil?
Oh, no. No, things couldn't be better between us.
Oh, glad to hear it.
It's more about you.
You're upset with me?
Oh, God. Are you kidding? A girl couldn't ask for a better boss. I'm just going to come out and tell you something. Because if I don't tell you, then you're going to be telling me pretty soon. I'm pregnant. Me and Neil, we're going to be folks.
I already knew.
You already knew? Who told? Did my husband?
Wasn't anyone in your family.
Well, then who?
Well, we do order wardrobe for you. I had heard that you picked up the size.
Yeah, well, the wardrobe department told you?
They know when a model is pregnant, usually from the night of conception. I take it you're happy about this?
Oh, yeah. I'm very happy.
Okay. Because Neil's going to make an excellent father.
What about me?
The jury's still out.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, raising a family, it's a big responsibility. I hope you're ready. My mother wasn't. It was just the two of us. Twins. Sons.
I had no idea you had a brother. How come I never met him?
Because he's dead.
Blade, I'm so sorry. I put my foot in my
No, don't be.
Did you knock it off?
No, but let's not get into that now. I mean, as for the baby, I was teasing. I know you're going to make a terrific mother.
You think so?
Oh, I know so. You can do anything you put your mind to, Mom.
My, you seem upset. And I'm sure you damn well know why. Sorry, I have no idea. Oh, the hell you don't. Where is my husband?
Right here, Jill. What's the problem?
I hope you don't think you're going to get away with this.
Get away with what?
Canceling my credit cards. Mamie, wipe that stupid grin off your face. Oh, they're smiling. You're not going to get away with this. You cannot cut me off this way.
Now, you own 20% of Jabot Cosmetics, and you have a very high-paying job. Now, I will continue to support my son, but I will be damned if I'm going to support your extravagances.
Good evening. Coming up next on U News at 6, shopping for a home. It starts with shopping for a home mortgage. And retailers hoping for gold at Christmas, they might get coal instead.
Also tonight, an exclusive first interview with a victim of a horrible weekend beating. And we go live via the news tracker for the latest on this morning's shooting.
All that and more coming up. U News is next. Stay with us.
Excuse me. I just want to turn your TV off and turn you on to the power of your kid's imagination. This is Pico from Sega. You know, Sega! It works with storybook software and this magic pen. Touch the storybook and images come alive right on your TV, interactively. Touch the learning pad, and they can draw, color, they can even animate their own cartoons. Speaking of which, I'll turn your program back on now. See you real soon.
Are you going to fix fried chicken, Mommy? I don't fry chicken anymore. But you can help me with the shake and bake.
30 years ago, we changed the way Canadians made chicken. Now we're doing the same for potatoes. Introducing Shake and Bake Perfect Potatoes. Just shake your fresh potatoes in the seasoning mix and bake, and get deliciously seasoned oven-roasted potatoes, perfectly seasoned with herb and garlic. Try new Perfect Potatoes.
It's shake and bake, and I'll help.
You have no idea what you want to do.
No, not really. Though I do know one thing. Whatever it is, it has to be a challenge. I mean, I really want to be pushed. I want to compete.
Oh, which makes Newman Enterprises a logical choice.
What do you mean?
Well, surely in your dad's vast empire, there must be some glamorous area that you
Oh,
can
cool. I'm not interested in the glamour. I want to be challenged. I keep saying that. I'm sorry. We can talk about this another time.
No, sweetheart. Obviously, this is very important to you. Let's not drop it.
Cole, I've said all these things to my dad. I get nowhere with him.
Are you sure you're approaching him the right way?
Actually, I'd probably have more luck with him if I had your support.
Want me to talk to him?
Would you?
Of course. Awesome.
Well, I'm not in that much of a hurry. Have I told you lately that I love you?
I don't remember.
Well, you remember this.
So, Drew, tell me, is this widely known?
That I'm pregnant?
Yeah, it's not. I just hate to think I was the last one to find out.
Oh, you're not.
Does your brother-in-law know?
Yeah.
That's curious. Why didn't he say anything to me? Was he sworn to secrecy or something?
As a matter of fact, he was.
Oh, well, you certainly can count on him. Malcolm did not breathe a word.
Well, now for the big question.
Shoot.
How long will I be able to work?
Oh. That's something we can't control. You see, that depends on what we're shooting and how much of the model we have to shoot.
Well, do you think I'll be able to work for a while?
Don't worry, Drew. We'll keep you real busy.
Wait. Did anyone ever tell you that you are the most fantastic boss?
No?
You want me to get it?
No, I will. Studio. Hello? Hello? But I talk or I'm going to hang up. Look, I know someone's there. Who are you? Weird. I don't know, weird. When, where, how will we encounter one another? Maybe Marilyn will have some idea.
Oh, for heaven's sake, would you leave? This is a private conversation. Do you want me to go, Mr. Rabbit?
That's all right, Amy.
I'll just go up and check on Billy. Not necessarily I will check on my own son. I'll go up and check on Billy for you, Mr. Rabbit.
Oh, thank you.
you have any idea how mortified I was? I was standing there at the cash register. My purchases had all been rung up, and I learned that you canceled my credit card. There were other people there. I was so embarrassed. The sales girl must have thought I was a total fool.
No, I'm the fool, Jill, for not having done this sooner. Because I am sick and tired of you running up enormous credit card expenses. Obviously, you're just trying to get what you can out of this marriage before it's over.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like hell you don't. Let's see. Morgan's Designer Fashion, $627. Sweet Nothings Intimate Apparel, $742. Hardly the necessities of life.
I needed those things. You don't know how expensive they can be.
Oh, yes, I do, but I am not going to fork over one more cent.
You are supposed to support me until the divorce settlement is agreed on.
You know, I don't know where you get your information from, but I am the one accusing you of adultery. And I don't believe there's a judge in his right mind that would require me to pay for your negligee. No, you're on your own.
Well, we'll just see about that. You can't cut me off this way. You are not going to get away with it.
I already have.
Well, I'm talking to my lawyer about it.
And I'll be talking to mine. I will not be used one more moment by you, Jill. It is over. It is over.
It's out with the old and in with the new, as the Brick saves you up to 62% on clearance home furnishings during our odds and ends cleanup. Get to the Brick on Tuesday and Wednesday and save. Plus, at the Brick, do not pay until 1996 on a huge selection of top brand name home furnishings. And it's interest-free until 1996 on a huge selection of appliances and electronics. Plus, save up to 62% on clearance home furnishings. Discontinued one-of-a-kind. Hurry in your best selection during the odds and ends cleanup with savings up to 62%. Tuesday and Wednesday at the Brick.
With a giant in the regular street, Big Bill Sharp. Now, Big Bill, this is a Nestle Crunch Bar.
Love it.
It's a delicious blend of Nestle milk chocolate and crunchy Rice
Oh, yeah.
Crisp. And you know what all this means, Big Bill?
Sensation.
That's big taste, Big Bill. Big crunch, Big Bill. Now take a big bite, Big Bill. Bye-bye, Big Bill. Well, there you have it, folks. Nestle Crunch really is scrunches when it crunches. Sell everything.
Join us again for the young and the restless.
The second best reason to stay home Friday night.
Tonight, horror story. He survived to tell the tale.
You must be angry at the guys who are accused of doing it.
And their love back to life.
I know you do.
It was a reunion of regret. I must not see you again. But their night of passion left Scarlett with new hope. Rhett's child.
The ace is up my sleeve now, and I'll play it when the time's right, when I'm good and ready.
Tonight, Scarlett's remarkable destiny continues
What you see before you now is a woman of considerable means.
as she travels abroad to hide her pregnancy from Rhett.
I pray you will good.
Back home, Rhett has his own plans.
I'm gonna divorce Scarlett.
And as he falls in love with another woman, for Scarlett, there is danger ahead.
Forget the doctor.
Scarlett continues next.
Night, darling, who'd have thought I'd ever set foot to Savannah again?
Father's going to throw the pieces that you had, Scarlett.
Pieces? You know what Pa used to say about Grandfather? He said Pierre Robillard wouldn't give you the time of day if your watch was broke. Even Mother got a good laugh out of that. She couldn't deny it, not even about her own father. I suppose Father never was too very fond of Gerald O'Hara, if truth be told. Well, at least I'll be able to make the acquaintance of my other kin while I'm here.
What kin is that, Scarlett?
My O'Hara kin.
Perhaps you better not make note of that intention to your grandfather, Scarlett.
Perhaps not.
We'll mind your manners now, won't you, Scarlett? Father is quite old and considerably frail.
Considerably?
Wouldn't do to tax his declining strength with your, sometimes, how shall I put it, quite forthright manner.
Is it going to be necessary for me to genuflect when he grants me audience?
Now, you see, that is what I am talking about, Scarlett. You are just being naughty on purpose.
On purpose?
Well, Jerome, we're here.
We're here.
Welcome again to Savannah and home, ma'am.
Thank you. Jerome, this is our niece, Mrs. Butler.
Yes. I remember, Miss Butler.
How are you, Jerome?
I'm well and fine, ma'am, and hoping the same for yourself.
Jerome! Is that them come?
The mister's had his sleeping chamber relocated to the parlor floor of the house, ma'am. It facilitates his movements and avoidance of the staircase, which had become a considerable trial for him to manage.
Jerome!
Yes, sir, mister, coming right along now.
It's not all that frail to me.
I saw you now.
I'll be just a minute, Aunt Julia.
He could scarcely believe it when we told him you were here.
I could scarcely believe it myself.
You will be nice now, won't you, Scarlett?
I will, Aunt Julia, I promise.
Oh, bless you.
I don't know why I'm caring how I look, anyhow. I'm probably blind as a bat by now. I'll try to keep my promise, but if you hear him shooting, it'll be me having run out of patience. Hello, Grandfather. Are you awake? It's Scarlett, Grandfather.
I had hoped that in time you would come to favor less your father and more your mother. I see I am to be disappointed in that wish.
I guess so. I'm more O'Hara than Robillard, Grandfather. Always have been, if I dare say so, in this house.
I've never known you not to say whatever you dared. Sit.
I promised Aunt Julia I'd be on my best behavior.
You have grown older,
So have you.
but not to such advantage.
Why, Grandfather, I might miss hearing a remark that sounded so breathtakingly close to a compliment.
To what do we owe the dubious pleasure of your presence here in Savannah?
That's more like it. Aunt Eulalie and Aunt Pauline invited me along to celebrate your birthday. And it seemed an appropriate opportunity for me to attend to a couple of other matters here.
Other matters?
One personal in nature, the other more like business. As to the business,
Have you come to beg money of me again?
I never begged you for money, Grandfather. I only asked you for the loan of some to feed my starving family after the Yankees passed through, leaving nothing but ruin and death behind them. I've got along all right without your help. And what you see before you now is a woman of considerable means. And I'm here to spend some of that considerable means on what one of my sisters saw fit to give away.
I will have to wonder what it might be that your sister would value so little and you so much.
Tara.
Oh, fabled Tara.
There's no fable to it. It's home. At least it was till Corinne decided to give away her one-third share in it. Seems she turned severely religious for some reason or other. It's her intention to become a nun.
Green always was kind of flighty.
To be a Catholic, of course, requires in the first instance a certain degree of mental instability. You made mention of some personal reason for your presence here.
I'm going to search out my relatives.
Relatives? I am the last of the Robillard line in Savannah.
I know that. O'Hara's, I mean.
Oh, the peasants.
Maybe some of Pa's brothers are still alive. Hard like it if he knew I was looking up my long-lost kin in Savannah. Did you really hate Pa as much as he said you did?
When my youngest and most cherished daughter wed herself to Gerald O'Hara, there was no visible bottom to the pit of disastrous folly into which she flung both herself and the honorable name of Robillard.
I guess Pa wasn't exaggerating.
May I ask who it was witnessed this supposed indiscretion on Scarlett's part?
Supposed? She was seen going up the stairs to the Drummond Hotel with a man she herself later admitted my mother was Ashley Wilkes. What's supposed about that? As for who saw them, my mother declined to say.
And did this nameless accuser also happen to run along up the stairs and have a little peek through the keyhole?
I guess you don't have to take this too seriously if you don't care to, Sally.
I am plenty serious. What I am asking is, how do you know that what went on between Scarlett and this Wilkes fella is what you are for sure went on?
I'd say that's a considerably naive idea coming from someone of your experience of the world.
Oh, hell, it's fair.
Fair? Since when has Scarlett ever deserved fair? A woman who's forever inclined to rotten, rash behavior when in a state of mental distress.
Well, I guess you sure enough put her in one of those, all right.
But I believe, Sally, that Scarlett's never entirely gotten over her feelings for Ashley Wilkes. The other week, she decided to do something about that.
I still think it'd be decent of you to hear her side of it, Rex. Where's she gone off to, do you know?
No. Well, necessary to find out.
You are going to get her side of it then?
No. I'm going to divorce her.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Morning, Mum. They need a fine one?
It is, yes. I'd like to see Mr. O'Hara.
You're seeing him. How might I be of service?
Well, actually, the Mr. O'Hara I'm looking for would be more elderly. Mr. Andrew O'Hara or Mr. James O'Hara. Perhaps I've come to the wrong school.
You've come to the right one. And I'm their nephew, Jamie O'Hara, at your service.
Oh, my goodness, then you're my cousin.
Am I indeed? Certainly one not known to me.
I'm Katie Scarlett, Gerald's daughter from Atlanta.
No doubt you don't know it, but my mother passed on. That was your Auntie Bridget. God rest her dear soul. Also, Uncle Andy's wife as well, Auntie Una. Took the heart out of poor Uncle Andy. Followed her within a month.
And Uncle James, then, is he gone too?
Gone? Not even thinking of going. He's a fair chance of outliving a lot of us. Oh, he'd be beside himself to see Katie Scarlett. You know, he's getting on in years, but I mean, he's still able to pull his weight. And how? He's living with us now, me and my family. That's my wife, Maureen, and kids. There's 8 of them. At least that was the count when they left the house this morning. And here's that very house, be it ever so humble. But we've all come from a lot worse, And no complaints now.
God rest his soul, I always said your father was the best of the lot. Have you not heard me say it, Jim?
I have. And often.
The runt of the little he was, but hard as nails, and O'Hara to the smallest bone in his body. A fine, small man was Gerald, much as me said. I suppose you know how he come by that grand plantation of his, eh? Playing poker with my money, that's how. And did I ever see a nickel of it back? I did not. Did he ever happen to relate how it was he come to leave Ireland, Katie Scarlett?
I would guess upwards of about 100 times.
Fled with a price on his head. One blow of his fist and down went that English landlord's rent agent, never to rise again on the sword.
Father to make a woman proud, I should say.
And so I was. And am.
Here's to a dutiful and loving daughter. May every man be blessed with at least one of her legs. and 5 would be better.
And I'll add to that with a welcome for Cousin Scarlett, to our hearts and to our homes. May she never be out of the one, nor long absent from the other.
I'm more touched than I can find words to say.
Oh, they're lying about someplace. I'm sure you'll find them. Right, enough of the feasting. Let's have some fiddling.
You all right, darling?
Okay,
Scarlett.
thank you. Daniel. Oh, my dear.
You all right, Scarlett?
Scarlett, you simply must let us summon a physician. You're just being stubborn.
Stop. There's no need. I'm fine. I just overdid it a bit, that's all. And I'm recovering quite nicely without the aid of a doctor. The best thing you could do for me would be to stop standing there wringing your hands and just chew. Go on now, both of you, shoot.
If you should feel the slightest further little bit indisposed, you could call for
Pansy?
Yes, Pansy. And she would send it to the doctor.
Shoot.
And then
Shoot.
Scarlett.
Shoot.
Yes. You are still looking kind of purplish, Miss Gardner. Are you sure that...
I'm not ill, Pansy. I'm indisposed. Now, it must be supper time. Go and get your supper.
Oh, can I bring you something else?
Not right now, maybe later. Go and have your supper. Beautiful, enchanting, magical little indisposition. I'm just going to have to go on being the teeniest little bit of a fib for a while. I know you don't mind, considering the good cause it's in. The good cause being just the exact right time to introduce you to your daddy. I don't know when the right time will be, but I'll just have to content myself with imagining the expression on the handsome visitor, Mr. Red Butler. Or when he finds out I've given him another sweet life for the one we so tragically lost. Oh, my darling little indisposition. I pray you're a girl. Please, please be a girl.
Scarlett is brought to you in part by Scott Paper. We care about the same things you do. And also brought to you in part by Pears with Silk Protein for soft, touchable hair. Before sight, before smell, even before sound, touch is the first sense to develop. So Pears added Silk Protein to its formula, which has special ingredients to help make hair softer and more wonderful to touch. Well, maybe a little too wonderful.
General Foods International Coffees presents the creamy, chocolatey taste of Swiss mocha. A getaway from the everyday. Yodelay-hoo.
Today is my birthday. Somewhere between 15 and 85. What do I want this year?
Well, maybe fewer candles on the cake.
Maybelline introduces revitalizing skincare with alpha hydroxy, proven to decrease the look of fine lines, reduce dryness. New Maybelline revitalizing skincare helps take years off the look of skin.
I'm 41.
Maybe she's born with it.
Will my Christmas wishes come true?
Okay, hon. Your wishes may come true.
Daddy!
Come with me.
Take your choice of Sonic cars, just $12.86 each, and save on the Incredible Edibles Workshop, only $34.87. More savings, more rewards, more money back. Zellers, where the lowest price is the law every day.
Mom, Daddy took me to Zeller's toilet.
Lori, where'd you get this?
It's been declared Disney's best yet, and a triumph. Now, the most acclaimed film of the year is coming back to theaters. The King has returned. It's your chance to see The Lion King one last time. And get the first look at scenes from the biggest movie event of 1995, Disney's new animated musical, Pocahontas. It's all part of the encore presentation of Walt Disney Pictures' The Lion King. Returns November 18th to theaters everywhere.
You're watching Scarlet on CTV.
Scotties are softer now. Pass it on.
Scotties are softer now. Pass it on. Scotties are softer now. Pass it on.
From Scott Paper, our softest Scotties ever, in beautiful decorator boxes. Scotties are softer now.
General Foods International Coffees presents the creamy, spirited taste of Cafe Irish Cream. A getaway from the everyday. 'Tis a grand thing.
Hello, I'm Keith Morrison. You know, we're reassessing our role in the world. That is to say, this nation's role in the world, and the politicians naturally are doing it. But what do they have in mind, anyway? Does it make sense? We'll find out at kind of the end tomorrow.
From the pages of Pulitzer Prize winner Larry McMurtry, an epic story of love and honor.
My father used to say, anything worth having is worth fighting for.
Lonesome Dove, the series, Saturday night on CTV.
I'd say there's something of an improvement over the last lot. And right to say, there's 10 more coming from New York within the week. And 1,000 rounds. That's all right then? Will I make the usual arrangements for the shipment? You will.
From the look of them, I venture your hands haven't had a feel of kitchen work for quite some time, Scarlett. If ever.
They've done far rough things in shell peas in that time, Maureen.
Have they? You don't look it. Are you rich, Scarlett?
Well, I guess you'd say I'm pretty well off, yes.
So I says to Jamie, carries herself rich, I says. Not to mention stopping at the manse of Mr. Pierre Robillard, grand and mucky muck of Savannah High Polloi.
Should I tell you how I got rich?
I think I'd enjoy the telling.
Well,
The
that was the inheritance from my second husband. I took that.
I'm late for lunch. I must be in time for supper.
Oh, yes, Sybil. Oh, not a word of warning.
I was hoping to catch you in the act.
Get away, you terrible man.
I wasn't a priest. There's nothing that save you from my worldly intentions.
Blasphemer. Now, here is a surprise like none you've had recent. I'll bet my Sunday bonnet on that.
She's the landlord's daughter come to the rent.
Not of the kind. She's Scarlett O'Hara Butler, down from Charleston to make the acquaintance of our Savannah kid, and long overdue it was. Scarlett, say hello to Father Colin Terence O'Hara, here from Ireland, and another one of your cousins. May God have mercy on you.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Scarlett O'Hara Butler.
Well, bless me, Father. It's been a heck of a long time since I've been to confession.
Happy birthday, Father.
Happy birthday, Father.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Will you open your gifts in the drawing room, Father?
No,
We could have him brought in here, of course. Would you rather that, Father?
I would not.
Where would you like to open your presents, Grandfather?
At a place of my choosing, this time of my choice, most certainly in private.
I suppose if I gave it some considerable thought, I might be able to imagine something sadder than opening birthday presents alone, but I doubt it.
Scarlett, good heavens.
I was sort of hoping to enjoy you seeing what I got you, Grandfather.
Perhaps you will.
I mean, me seeing you seeing it.
I know what you mean.
Now see what you've done.
What you've done.
In absolute and certain knowledge that Scarlett will not make her own apologies, no matter how deeply owed. May I beg your pardon in her stead, Father? However much Pauline and I may regret having to return to Charleston tomorrow, we can, and certainly you may take some modicum of comfort knowing that Scarlett will be returning with us. She will...
I'll be staying.
I beg your pardon?
I'll be staying on in Savannah for a bit.
What are you saying?
She says she'll be staying here for a while. Are you deaf?
May one ask why, sir? Because I still haven't settled with the Sisters of Mercy about buying back the Winshire Tower, and I'm not leaving Savannah till I do. And besides that, I'm just starting to get to know my relatives here, my O'Hara relatives, and I'm in no hurry to stop knowing them so quick.
Well, where will you stay?
I beg your pardon.
If you remain in Savannah, where will you stay?
Well, O'Hara cannot be glad to have me stay with them, but they don't have any room for Pansy, and I can't get along without Pansy. Of course, I could go to a hotel. I suppose there must be at least one decent accommodation in Savannah. Or I could just offer myself up to the good graces of Grandfather Robillard, in the hopes that he might provide me with a roof over my head for the relatively brief time I'll be remaining.
Stay if you like. It is a matter of supreme indifference to me.
I knew I'd be welcome.
Morning.
Fred, well, good morning.
Boy, how are you on this fine day, my dear?
Quite fine on this fine day, and yourself?
I couldn't be better. I see you've made a purchase of a new frock.
A frock? Well, no, it's... There you go again, teasing me, Brett Butler.
How might I make amends?
I might find some forgiveness in my heart if you would offer me a ride to the library. If it isn't too terribly bold and inappropriate of me to mention it, I was sincerely sorry to hear of the difficulties between you and Mrs. Butler.
Thank you. Honest boldness. Happens to be a quality I rather admire in women.
That's very unusual. In my experience, which of course has been quite limited, I've come to observe that as a rule, gentlemen are generally somewhat discomposed by any show of forthrightness in a lady.
I think gentlemen generally are.
I gather you don't count yourself in that company?
In the company of gentlemen, but the company of gentlemen discomposed by a forthright lady.
Are you teasing me again? Why do you keep doing that?
I've been able to resist it, don't I? Maybe it's because of the charming, delightful manner with which you respond to it.
Daddy says you're something of a gambler.
I played a hand of cards now and again.
Mother doesn't like Daddy to gamble. She says there's altogether too much chance of losing.
You don't chance the losing, you can't chance the winning.
Wish I could be that way sometimes.
What way?
The way you said about gambling. Sometimes I wish I could throw all caution to the four winds and laugh at fate and let the chips fall where they may.
Maybe you will one day.
I can't imagine it.
Well, sometimes we need someone to help our imaginations along a bit.
You think so?
I've often known that to be the case.
Always bear in mind, of course, that you risk the losing.
And chance the winning.
This is it. What's the matter? Maybe I best wait outside.
Why?
Here's that.
Don't be silly.
It's not a church. It's a convent for nuns. Even if it was a church, it was perfectly free to go in. Besides, they'd probably be delighted to get their hands on you.
The decision, of course, lies in the bishop's hands.
You mean you can't accept my offer on your own?
To be quite out of the question.
You mean I have to go talk to the bishop now?
Certainly not. I will present your suggestion to him on your behalf.
Well, I wouldn't want to put you in all that trouble, sister. I'd be more than happy to speak to the bishop myself.
I'm afraid that would be impossible.
When will you talk to him?
I have an appointment with Bishop Flynn 3 days hence on other matters. Perhaps the opportunity will arise at that time for me to convey your wishes to him, Mrs. Butler.
She's Irish.
Counting Meath, I believe.
Well, do you think it might be possible for you to mention to him that my maiden name is O'Hara?
Just as a note of personal curiosity on my part, Mrs. Butler, if I may.
Go right ahead.
Should the bishop look favorably upon your request and agree to exchange our interest in Clara for your generous donation to the Sisters of Mercy, by my reckoning, that still leaves the 1/3 share in the property retained by your other sister.
Sue Ellen.
Sue Ellen, yes. Which would effectively still deny you the full ownership you so passionately desire.
Your reckoning is right, sister. I'll just have to think about that tomorrow.
Last week, Kmart prices saved me a bundle on Michael's new coat. And the week before, I saved even more on Kane's new outfit. Which makes this week Mom's week.
The best quality at the lowest price. That's the Kmart price promise. At Kmart, our first priority is to buy Canadian-made products. We offer the great quality of Canadian craftsmanship, keeping the economy growing and Canadians working. Great quality at low Kmart prices.
Do I look great or what?
The lowest price is the Kmart price.
Winters by the fire, summers by the sea. It's holidays and family. Yeah, it's Scrabble. America's good time game. It's Coco and its kids, old stories and friends. It's rainy weekends you hope will never end. It's Scrabble.
And now there's Deluxe Travel Scrabble, the go anywhere Scrabble game.
Yeah, it's Scrabble. America's good time game.
From Milton Bradley.
It's a smiling face. It's a gift, an embrace. It's your feelings best told when you give pot of gold. The gift that's wrapped in a rainbow.
Listen, this stuff that you make, it's powerful. It makes you powerful. It's powerful. Take it. Listen. Gather up your ideas. Run with them. It makes you powerful. Just do something amazing. We're in your corner. And we can't wait to see what you're going to do. Listen.
Introducing the new Bronze Super Volume. As it dries your hair, it adds volume. Instant volume for straight hairstyles. The new Super Volume from Bronze.
Get connected. Think yellow.
do you get when hot and cool come together?
Hot, cool treats at Dairy Queen.
Can this be right? Buy a double cheeseburger and get a second one free.
That's right.
A deal this juicy can't last long. 100% all beef patties, luscious processed cheddar cheese. Buy one and get a second one free. What are you waiting for?
Hot, cool treats. We treat you right.
Hello, I'm Keith Morrison. You know, we're reassessing our role in the world. That is to say, this nation's role in the world, and the politicians naturally are doing it. But what do they have in mind, anyway? Does it make sense? We'll find out on Canada Inn tomorrow.
This is Lloyd Robertson. It's a matter of life and death. A CTV poll suggests Canadians are becoming a nation of couch potatoes.
CTV News, Wednesday, making your world make sense.
Miss Stalin, wake up. He says he wants to see you right this minute, he says. What? Who wants me? Him. What's the matter, Grandfather? Something happened?
My breakfast is unsatisfactory.
You got me out of bed to tell me that.
I got you out of bed to tell you to do something about it.
Me? What have I got to do with your breakfast? Just send her back to the kitchen and tell them to bring you what you want.
You tell them.
What do you take me for, some kind of hired help? Order your own breakfast, I'm going back to bed.
The bed to which you believe you are returning, young woman, belongs to me. And you occupy it only by my grace and favor.
Is that a threat?
It is a pertinent observation.
I think maybe I'll talk to your cook about her grits.
I wonder if you have noticed the portrait of your grandmother, Rabia, in the drawing room.
I have. She was a stunningly beautiful woman.
You favor her remarkably.
Why, thank you, Grandfather. That's very fair.
Would that you might resemble her in other respects.
What other respects?
She was a woman of consummate grace, of great gentleness and gentility.
I guess I was out of school the day they handed those out.
Still, I suppose there might be something to be said for spirit.
There's folks who think so.
I shouldn't wonder.
Grace and gentility and all that. Those are easy things to take to. I guess maybe spirit takes some getting used to by some before they can appreciate it.
You may be right. What precisely is wrong with the grits?
Where's your parish girl?
I have no parish girl. Who would trust him with one? Only a fool or the devil.
Are you a missionary priest?
I am. Laboring to ease the suffering of the poor and the bereft. And there's no one like him for it.
Oh. Suppose you must travel quite a bit.
Oh, wherever I'm called. But I'm never long away from home in Ireland.
You don't happen to have any influence with Bishop Flynn here in Savannah, do you, by any chance?
A hard man, the good bishop. Not easily influenced. Why do you ask?
Because he turned me down about buying that green share of taro. I think I mentioned that to him when he wanted to buy it.
Turned you down, has he?
I hardly keep from crying every time I think about it. Would have meant the world to me.
I wonder if perhaps the bishop might be persuaded otherwise.
By who?
Are you aware there's a new cathedral in the process of being erected here in Savannah?
Oh, is there?
There is. And the foreman of all the bricklayers labouring on this magnificent structure is a man called Tommy Shannon. A good friend to yours truly, and has been these many years. He's also the husband to my sister Pidge. Now, Tommy could be persuaded to let it be known, in an indirect manner, mind, that a considerable slowdown in the progress of the work might take place unless the good bishop were to reconsider his unreasonable attitude.
That's blackmail.
Of course, it doesn't sit well with your way of...
I didn't say it didn't sit well.
Family. It's a grand thing. If I were your lawyer, Red, this document would never have come to be drawn up at all.
Why not?
Why? Hells, man. It flies in the face of every moral tenet that we hold dear to our hearts.
My lawyer did mention it's a somewhat unusual act in the VHS Tapes.
Somewhat unusual. Good heavens, Red, it is almost unheard of.
Well, maybe it should be heard of a bit more often, Henry.
Have you no respect whatsoever for the sanctity of marriage?
I guess that would depend on the marriage, Henry. I can think of 3 or 4 right now I'd say don't have a whole lot of sanctity, you know? And I guess I'd have to add my own into that number.
Have you informed Scarlett of these intentions?
I would have if I could. I don't know where she is.
Red, I wish with all my heart you would reconsider this drastic action. It so violates everything we believe in.
I'd appreciate it if you forward those papers to your client with the utmost dispatch, Henry.
Oh, poor Scarlett.
There's one thing Scarlett isn't. It's poor.
You wanted to see me, Grandfather?
First, I wish to thank you for your birthday gift to me.
You're welcome. I'm glad it fits. I apologize for losing my temper the other day and the result of that.
I am 94 years old.
You sure don't look it.
You needn't carry your remorse to the extent of desperate flattery.
I'll take it back.
I have no reasonable expectation of living much longer. I have a request to make to you. It is my wish that you remain with me here for the duration of my life.
Remain with you? I don't understand, Grandfather.
If you will remain in this house as its chatelaine, attend to my comforts, conform with my wishes, I am prepared to designate you as my sole heir. My estate, as you surely are aware, is not inconsiderable.
I'm a married woman, Grandfather.
I expect I shall be able to tolerate your marital status.
You don't understand. I have responsibilities and obligations. I can't just walk away from them. And considering all those considerations, I'm sure you can understand that no matter how generous your offer or however much I'm sincerely touched by it, it would be quite out of the question for me to accept.
As yet, you do not know how generous my offer is. My estate is presently valued in excess of $500,000.
$500,000?
And you, my sole heir.
I didn't think there was any one person who had that much money.
You were mistaken.
$500,000?
I agree. It is a sum that may bear certain repetition, but we need not belabor the point, Scarlett.
You'd give me all that money if I just stayed on here with you till you passed on?
Under the conditions of my needs and wishes. Well, what is your answer?
No. My answer has to be no.
You refuse my proposal?
I'm afraid I just have to, Grandfather.
How dare you? How dare you turn up your papist peasant nose at the opportunity to become mistress of this great house and attendant to its master?
Even supposing I was able to tolerate your intolerable manners, which I most definitely would not, the fact that I can turn down your proposition with hardly a twinge of regret is some indication to me that maybe I'm just beginning to think there might be more important things than money after all.
you don't mind me saying this, Scarlett, but I'm a bit confused, and I don't doubt that Maureen is as well, that here is a bill of divorcement from the very husband that you've been telling us has been dying for your very return to his side in Charleston.
There is a bit of confusion there.
I fibbed.
Oh, that's that clarified.
Well, then this document would be more of a shock than a surprise to you.
No. It's much worse than the other. I never dreamed it. I never imagined it. What am I going to do?
There, no. There, no. It's him that's committed the sin of divorce, Scarlett, not you. And it's him that's suffered the wrath of God for it.
I'm pregnant.
Glory be to God.
Is a man such a blackguard as to divorce the woman carrying his child?
Doesn't know.
What are you saying, Scarlett?
We had a silly old quarrel. We weren't on speaking terms at the time I realized my condition, and I was just waiting for the right time to tell.
I'd say that'd be about now.
Never. Never, never, never. Divorce me. Divorce me, Willie. But there may come a day when he finds out I've borne him another child, but it'll be over my wisdom and lifeless body.
Your mind's in too much turmoil to be thinking clearly now, Scarlett. For it's quite clear. You won't be able to keep the truth from him once your baby's come. If it's not from you he hears it, he'll hear it from someone else. And far better, I think, if it's from you.
Not if I'm so far away there won't be anyone to tell him.
What's in your mind, Scarlett? Far away where?
When I was a little girl, my pa was forever going on about Ireland. Or maybe it's time I had a look at what he was going on about.
You're for Ireland?
I'm for Ireland.
At TD Bank, we have 475 customers named John Smith. They're all different, so we have different services to fit everyone. Because at TD, no matter what your name is, you're never just another John Smith. TD, your bank, your way.
You started out as your mama's boy. You know that's no lie. From the day you came, you were bound to satisfy. It might be the way you walk, the way you comb your hair. It might be something else. Makes them all stop and stare. 'Cause you're the man. Oh yeah, you're the man.
TT & Co. Sport, affordably priced and only at Tip Top Tailors.
You're watching Scarlett on CTV.
Listen, this stuff that we make, it's powerful. It makes you powerful. It's power. Take it. Listen. Gather up your ideas. Run with them. It makes you powerful. Just do something amazing. We're in your corner. And we can't wait to see what you're going to do. Stuff that we make. Listen.
Neocitrin introduces non-drowsy daytime relief of congestion, coughs, aches, and fever so that you can cap your cold symptoms. Extra strength day caps from Neocitrin. Neocitrin introduces non-drowsy daytime relief of congestion, coughs, aches, and fever so that you can cap your cold symptoms. Extra strength day caps from Neocitrin.
Do you know how many people in BC rely on the forest industry? Here in Fort St. James, about 70% of the people depend on forest industry jobs to support themselves and their families.
Over 100 BC communities depend on forests.
That's what makes my job so important. What we do today is crucial for healthy forests and healthy communities.
98% of all logs stay in the province to be milled by BC workers.
At the Ministry of Forests, we have a plan in place to renew our forests and help create more jobs.
BC's Forest Renewal Plan will invest $400 million a year to renew forests and create jobs.
It's a lot of change, but it's all coming together. so that there'll be work for generations to come.
We're changing the way we manage our forests. A message from the Ministry of Forests, Government of British Columbia.
Time. It's time. It's time. Red alert. The construction workers?
Better.
Take it out. Oh. That was great. See you Thursday. Thursday. The most breathtaking country I've ever laid eyes on, Colin. Just like Pa always described it, and we always thought it was gilding the truth a bit.
No need to gild it, is there?
I never thought I'd ever live to see a place more beautiful than Georgia. Before the war, of course. It's like another world altogether. So ancient.
Nothing like ancient. 200 years, maybe. Fairly new.
I adore it. I simply adore it. Are we far from Uncle Daniel's house?
It's not far now.
Well, let me just go over it, see if I remember. There's grandmother, Katie Scarlett, whose namesake I am, and never did I imagine I'd meet her face to face. And there's Uncle Daniel, your pa, and my pa's eldest brother, and my cousin, don't tell me, Timothy, and his two sisters. Jehoshaphat, how many cousins do I have? That's Kathleen and, Bridget.
Bridie.
Bridie. Did I get them all?
That's them all beneath that roof.
Would there really be room for me beneath it, too?
Oh, they'll see to that well enough. It's your possessions I've some doubts about.
I guess I overdid it. But I'll surely find a place of my own very soon, and my clothes now won't be a bother to anyone, I promise.
I'm doubtful we'll be able to locate you a house to equal what you're accustomed to, Scarlett.
That's all right. This is a new life.